What's up, people? Welcome back to Kobo Sports Room. Here we give you football update, transfer videos, football perspective. Because the last time I brought you a Liverpool fan, we looked at the Liverpool perspective and we looked at how their signings are going to help, Liverpool. But today, you can see I have a guest on my channel, Charlie. His name is Gandhi. He's a very, very ardent Arsenal fan. So I have Gandhi with me here. Charlie, Gandhi, everything cool?
Yeah, Charlie.
Good. So Gandhi is here. Today we are going to do Arsenal perspective. How are they going to, fare next season? And how their signings are going to help Arsenal next season. We have a couple of players we'll talk about here. So if you are here, click on the subscribe button, press the post notification bell, follow us on our social media platform, Arsenal Perspective. Let's move straight into the video. So we are starting with the striker situation. Victor Gyökeres, Benjamin Sesko. Charlie Gandhi, how you see him?
Okay, so from mere fans' perspective, I think a lot of people will be yearning for Gyökeres because you look at his numbers.
Yeah.
Look at Gyökeres' numbers. That's a lot. He scored, I think, 90-something goals within
a calendar year.
Yeah. So yeah, that's a lot. So there's fans, a lot of mere fans or people who aren't that much into the tactical side of the game will be more on Gyökeres' side. But for me, as a tactical or an analyst, I think I would rather Sesko over Gyökeres because I took time to watch Gyökeres' goals.
Yes.
A lot of goals, those many goals he scored during this. I look at them and I think I see most of them are through transition.
Okay.
Most of his goals are in transition. And he hardly scores in settled possession. Like settled possession where their opponents are settled. And yeah, you have to break them down to actually score them. He hardly scores in those scenarios or situations. And you look at Arsenal and almost 80% of our games are against teams that sit really, really deep.
Yeah. Low block team, those Burnley type of team.
Yeah. So you hardly get transitions, right?
Yeah.
Arsenal need to improve in transitions, but I don't think we should get a number 9 who is solely based on transition. I think Sesko is also that type of striker.
Okay.
So with that being said, I think both of them, none of them straightly walks into Arsenal's starting lineup. As much as most people might think Kai Havertz is a bad striker, none of Gyökeres or Sesko walks into Arsenal's starting lineup
based on a tactical point of view.
Yeah,
this is a bomb.
We play our football.
Okay.
Gyökeres, I've seen most of his goals. I don't think he's that good in the air. He hardly scores with his head. And during settled possession, you need a striker who actually uses his head a lot.
That's for set pieces.
For set purposes and crosses and things. Because a settled possession, opponents are in their box most of the time. So you have to get a striker who can finish in different ways, right? And most of his goals are through transition. So good. He adds something. I'm not saying he doesn't improve Arsenal. He improves Arsenal, but I don't think he improves us enough.
In terms of tactical point of view, if you are looking at Arsenal as an Arsenal fan, from a tactical point of view, you don't think Sesko improves a lot, even though you bring goals.
Sesko is a better option. Why do I think Sesko is a better option? Like I said, I have a problem with Gyökeres' goals being too transition based.
Yeah.
And then Sesko also has that same problem. Most of his goals are through transition. But then he has this thing where he can drop back and play make.
Okay.
Sesko can drop back,
draw deep, and then come and play. Even if the ball is not coming.
He plays with Luis Openda.
Okay.
He is the one who drops
deep.
Both of them are strikers, but he's the one who drops deep and play makes for Openda to finish off. Okay. That's why his numbers aren't that impressive.
Yeah.
But at Arsenal, they are creators, so he's just supposed to be in the box and finish off chances. I look at him and he's very, very good in the air.
All right. He's strong.
I look at Sesko and for me personally, I think he has everything to be a Haaland 2.0.
Okay.
He has everything.
Okay.
His head, very, very good. Can strike into the ball. I think he's spacier than Haaland.
Yeah.
He can dribble. Haaland can dribble. Right.
So Haaland 2.0. Benjamin Sesko.
He has
Haaland 2.0
to be a Haaland 2.0 or even better.
Yeah.
But the problem is I always talk about football being not just you kicking the football.
Yeah.
You can be very, very good technically, kicking the ball and everything, but mentality.
Yeah.
Right. The only problem I might have with Šeško is I haven't seen whether he has that mentality to be the main guy in the team.
Because I mean Arsenal, a lot of
he's a number
backlash, a lot of pressure. Because you have been second in for the past three seasons. Yeah. So obviously, if we are, and then you have been to the Champions League semi-final. So going into next season, we are expecting Arsenal to better their season.
Right.
And do you have the mental capacity, the mental fortitude to actually lead the line
and
for
be
Arsenal?
the main guy in the team, right? The main number 9 in that team. So as I always, when I'm analyzing players, I look at how good you are with the ball, your technical side, and then I look at your physical side. He excels in the technical and physical side.
But
the only problem I have, not that I don't think he has it, but I haven't seen him.
Okay.
Does he have the mentality to actually lead Arsenal? Is he a mentality monster who can actually be that main guy in our team? That's the only asterisk about him now.
Okay.
And you look at both of them, like I was saying, I think both of them will still need to learn or adapt to Arsenal system. And I look at Gyökeres is 27.
27, yeah.
He's 27. 27, he has been playing and plying his trade for almost at least 7 years.
Yeah.
At the highest level. So you are trying to tell me that he's now coming to unlearn all those things he's learned
and
learn those 7 years
and
learn something new, right? Šeško is just 21 or 22.
So Šeško has more years.
He has been at the top level for maybe 2-3 years.
Yeah.
So yeah, he can. It's easy for you to change or for him to unlearn the things he's learned throughout those 2-3 years.
I think that's a great point.
Than it is for Šeško to unlearn those. For Gyökeres to unlearn those 7 or 8 years.
Yeah.
Things he's learned.
And then looking at from the financial point of view too. I mean, Leipzig wants around 80-90 million. That is the quoted amount. I don't know if Arsenal are going to pay that, but Šeško is also let's say
that's
80,
one
70
problem
million.
I have with the Šeško deal. Leipzig is trying to sell Šeško's potential to Arsenal. They are trying to sell the player at a price that if he potentially gets
they feel like maybe next 2 years, 3 years,
he's going to get there. But you can't sell a player's potential. We've seen players with huge potentials who actually doesn't work out for them, right? So you can't sell a player's potential. So that's what Arsenal. You look at Šeško now. I think maybe somewhere between 60 million, add on 70 million. That's max.
The maximum you can go is 70 million.
Maximum is 70 million.
And then the salaries too, because if you look at salaries point of view, Gyökeres is going to take more as compared to Šeško
because he's a bit older.
Yeah.
And this might even be his last big contract. He can get because he's going to sign 5 years.
5 years.
27, 5 years, that's 32.
Yeah.
So he has to actually get
more money.
Huge money. But Šeško is a young chap. Now
you can actually the salary
learning to apply his trade. So he's going to settle for something lesser. Right.
Okay. That is Arsenal's perspective for you. I am not an Arsenal fan, so I have brought you Arsenal fan for him to tell you guys what he think about those signs. But we are still at the attack. Let's look at Morgan Rogers. You have been linked to Morgan Rogers, you have been linked to Eberechi Eze and then Noni Madueke. We'll move to Noni Madueke in the latter part of the video. But let's look at Morgan Rogers. What does he bring to the team? Very quick, and then let's move to the other.
Morgan Rogers part. We actually tend to have the slowest attack in Europe. Our attack is very, very slow. In transition, we are one of the worst teams in Europe. All our goals are through settled possession. Why? Because we don't have carriers. We don't have attackers who can carry the ball. If you look at almost all our transitions, you see that it's 2 people who carry the ball during transitions, either Martinelli or Rice. Every Arsenal transition is either Martinelli or Declan Rice because they are the only players who have that carrying ability. They are 1% in carrying, right? So Arsenal needs more players who can carry the ball, right? And it happens that our number 10, Martin Odegaard, he's anti-transition. I'm sorry. I know a lot of you see him as some, I don't know how to describe him, but he's anti-transition. I feel Martin Odegaard is more of a number 8 than a number 10. Like a number 8 who drops to help with build up and helps with ball retention.
Yeah.
Right? He's a metronome, can help you keep the ball most of the time. That's
Martin
what
Odegaard.
I think he's supposed to be doing. I don't think he should be a second striker like a number 10 who should be given more the keys to our attack. No, I think he's limited. One, he's one-footed. He can barely use. He can barely use.
They're both legs. So
he can barely.
He's not ambidextrous.
Yeah, he's angle biased.
Okay.
He's angle biased.
Like get the ball and then
he can pass to just certain angles. If he has to access a different angle, unless he turns himself certain ways before he can access those angles.
Yeah.
Your number 10 doesn't need to be that, right? He can't carry the ball.
Okay.
You see all Arsenal transitions where it's Martin Odegaard, you see that he doesn't even believe in his carrying ability, so he just stops the ball, then the opponent settles.
Okay.
Right? Then the opponent settles, so he can't carry the ball, and then his passing range is too cute. How many times do you see Martin Odegaard play a cross-forward pass? He does it once every blue moon. You compare to elite number 10s like maybe let's say Bruno Fernandes,
Kevin De
Bruyne, they play cross-forward pass even in their sleep.
But one might also say that the level of Bruno Fernandes and Martin Odegaard, or the level of Kevin De Bruyne and Martin Odegaard, is too wide.
But that's the type of number 10s you actually need to actually win.
So that's where Morgan Rogers comes in.
So we need a number 10 who at least can carry the ball in transitions, right? And Morgan Rogers he's a very, very good carrier. Xavi Simons, look at Eberechi Eze.
Yeah.
So those deals are actually different from. I think most of those players can play as left wing.
Yeah.
So a lot of fans think they are in for now. The left winger we are being the team wants to sign is Rodrygo.
Yeah.
Those players, Eberechi Eze and Morgan Rogers and Xavi Simons,
they are looking
at them for the number 10 role, right? And I don't know why any Arsenal fan will look at Martin Odegaard and feel he's the ideal number 10 for us, because even in our West era, number 10s were something we just produce number 10s. I can mention Jack O'Shea, I can mention Santi Cazorla, I can mention Mesut Ozil,
even Ozil.
I can mention Nasri. I can go on and on and on. So number 10s, you got most of these number 10s, and these things I mentioned, at least they have 3 of them. Ball carrying, ball striking. They have a wider range of passing. Their passing and creation isn't that cute. Odegaard just creates in some small zone.
Yeah.
So we need a number 10 who at least can carry into a long distance. Right? Look at Xavi Simons has very, very good ball striking.
Very good player.
Same with Morgan Rogers. Eberechi is very, very good with 1v1s, can dribble. He can actually, these are players who can actually create something out of thin air. Odegaard needs associative play,
like more
to
players.
Create something. Yeah. Players around him, maybe you want tools and things for him to be able to create. But these players I mentioned, they can carry the ball and create something
out of
thin
nothing.
air, out of nothing. That's what we need as a team.
That's the big trophy.
Yeah, because we've been very, very close.
Good.
And
so
the margins are very, very small. So we need players who can needle movers, who can actually move us closer to.
That is Arsenal perspective. You know, I am not an Arsenal fan. He is an Arsenal fan. So he's giving us the tactical point of view, even from a fan's perspective, and then, you know, from what he thinks to, that is his opinion. So it's like he's giving you 3 in 1. So we are moving to Noni Madueke, the last one. Yesterday we had news about Noni Madueke. Fabrizio Romano reported news about Noni Madueke. It was actually coming from Florian Plattenberg from Germany that Arsenal has made a move to Noni Madueke. That is on the player side. And, you know, on the player side, he has some kind of reservations. He's going to, you know, take us through all the reservations and what he thinks about Noni Madueke. And then just this morning, we have heard news about the Cape that Arsenal has made a proposal to Noni Madueke. We have Arsenal fan here, Gandhi. Noni Madueke to Arsenal. First of all, let me take your opinion on Noni Madueke as a player. When we finish that, then we come to Arsenal. And whether Arsenal needs Noni Madueke or it is just a want that they are going in for. What you think about Noni Madueke? So first of all, your opinion about Noni Madueke as a player.
Okay, so when you look at Arsenal this summer, I think the board know we just can't go next another season without winning a trophy.
Yeah.
And if I say trophy, I'm not talking about
the FA Cups.
I'm not talking about.
I mean, that's what you win, Anna.
No,
you want to win the big one.
I think either the Premier League or the
Champions League.
Champions League.
Good.
And you can see that what they are doing is they are trying to make sure that this season injuries derailed our season.
Yeah.
They are trying their best to make sure next season that wouldn't be the case. So you see that they are even trying to sign a centre back.
Yeah.
Who is more
Mosquera.
of a Saliba. Mosquera from Valencia. Who is more of Saliba's understudy. Or will be the one who will play if in case Saliba gets injured. Right? We have Calafiori and Co. So the back line is really, really stacked. Right? But we need a right-footed centre back.
Yeah.
So that's the same thing with Noni Madueke. Noni Madueke is not coming to us not to be a starter.
Yeah.
He's there, he's a right winger. He's there to be Saka's understudy. Last season, Saka is a player who, since he broke into the team, doesn't miss matches.
Yeah.
But last season he missed, I think, 4 months.
Yeah. So going into the season, you can't really
rely too much on that. Right? On Saka staying fit the whole season. So Noni Madueke's deal is more of a Saka replacement. And I think he and his I heard that he and his agents are not
keen to that.
He likes the Arsenal. He likes the Arsenal project. Likes it. Likes everything about Arsenal, but he doesn't buy into the whole being Saka's understudy because he doesn't want to be in a race for a position with Saka because the guy hardly gets injured and he's more of like the face of the franchise.
Yeah.
Saka is more like the face of Arsenal. So yeah, I think Noni Madueke from my personal point of view, I think he's a very, very good player. The tactical side, his tactical side and everything, I think he excels very, very good. A very good career, can dribble very, very well. My problem with him is mentality. I don't think he has the mentality to excel at the highest level.
Okay.
He has that Jadon Sancho. He has attitude and this thing. I don't think he has what it takes to excel at it. He has the tactical, the technical side.
Yeah.
He knows how to very good dribbler.
So technical ability is there.
But I don't like his mental profile.
Yeah.
I don't like his mental profile. You watch him and he's like,
it's
like he doesn't care.
Yeah.
And no, you don't excel at the highest level with that type of mentality. That's why Jadon Sancho struggles with playing in a team like Manchester United.
I mean, he's a very good player. When he moves to a team that demands so much
from him, he just breaks down. But when he goes back to Dortmund, you see, we saw him half season at Dortmund, and he was there. Jadon Sancho, we knew him before he
played really.
So it's a mentality problem. That's the problem I have with Noni Madueke. But tactically and from analysis on his attributes as a player, I think he's a very, very good.
So you don't think it's good for Arsenal to go in for Noni Madueke?
I think for a Saka understudy, I wouldn't mind, but there is the price. I don't think he should be the whole package plus this is everything should be more than 35 million.
Okay. So that is Arsenal's perspective. Make sure you click on the subscribe button. Drop all your comment down below. I want all the Arsenal fans here. Drop all your comment down below. Subscribe to the channel. Arsenal's perspective. We will give you more, updates. The Roma. We'll bring the Real Madrid fans here. We'll bring the Barcelonas, the Chelseas. We'll bring all the, all the other fans here too. So click on the subscribe button. Press the post notification bell. Thank you so much for your time. And I did this with Gandhi and an ardent Arsenal fan. And, catch us next time. We'll see you. Thank you so much for your time and peace.